right, everybody. Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome to Vesta Angels Tarot. Let's get started with your activation. Um, let's see. Just gonna start out with an activation to see, I guess the synergy, or to see what's being activated or being called for us to do. Okay. Of course, readings are not going to resonate everything for everybody. So you listen to what's for you, what resonates for you, what comes across as a sense of guidance. And you'll know when it's time to activate or to use it when the time is right. Okay. I've been very busy. That's why I have not been on YouTube. Today's title, it seems like a lot is going on, right? Which it is. From me to you to everybody. Like I've been telling you before, a shift has been already begun, really. I told you back when Saturn first went retrograde, it was going to be a lot of type of unfinished business. It was going to be a lot of karma that was going to be unfortunately bestowed upon a lot of people, a lot of situations, lots of things. Okay. The next time Saturn will go retrograde, I believe, is another 20 or 50 years. So Saturn going retrograde is a huge thing. Whether you believe in that or not, that's okay, you know. Um, but it tells and it shows a lot by Saturn being retrograde right now. A lot of these type of predictable things that has been happening, natural and maybe unnatural phenomenons that has been occurring. A lot of information, a lot of people that are falling from their stature or statue. Okay. Um, you may not got caught before, but because Saturn is retrograde, you got caught now. Because Saturn wasn't going to allow another 20 or 50 years to go by without it being answered for. No matter what the scenario may be. Now, what I do want to say is a lot of things is going on when it comes to nature. Do y'all remember a couple of weeks ago when I was at the beginning, probably in about the first 15 minutes um, of the video, and I got real quiet all of a sudden, just like I'm channeling and talking to you now. A lot of people think I be rambling, but anything I start to talk about, it has something to do with your reading, or it's part of my foresight when it comes to the reading. Okay. Um, I got quiet all of a sudden because something very um, drastic washed over me, and I almost broke out crying. Now, I believe I caught myself before I just started blabbing all over, okay, the video. But then I think I said, I'm sorry, I had to take a moment because I almost started crying. I think I do remember saying that because I almost broke out in tears. And I believe I said something very devastating is going to happen. Something is going to happen. Now, this was a couple of weeks ago. It may even have been with the 6th of October. So it might have been the first 2 weeks of September, or the third week of September. But I know it had to be in September, uh, when I did that reading. And I'm very much a empath. That's how I conduct, or that's how my readings come across for me. Um, I didn't, of course, know what it was. This was way before the Diddy situation. This was way before the floods. I did this reading way before all of this stuff started to trickle down. So I know my some of my loyal subscribers probably remember, and I'm pretty sure my moderators remember, um, discernment and solar plexus. Okay, using discernment to trust your gut instinct. Simple as that. Because you understand and see, not only with your physical eyes, but using discernment as in your third eye. hmm which a lot of people seem to don't want to do. They want to know or feel or logically have an explanation for everything. Um, we don't even have a logical explanation um, on how this world was even created. But you want, as a human, logical explanations or answers to things that pretty much is over our pay grade, you know. hmm we don't even know if the world was created by the Big Bang Theory. We don't know anything really. We all have hypotheses or theories or ideas, information that has been collected or information that has been found through sand, mud, um, dirt, things that were buried, such as history, right? And we conclude or try to get answers from that as to what our present moment is, and how to take our present moment into the future. But other than that, we only have our own circulation of information and ideas and theories on how, even if it's scientific, because I'm pretty sure somebody's going to say, where science says this and science says that. Yeah, but science don't know everything. Science, I believe, is an accumulation of information that has or was gathered um, through artifacts or also can be by other humans as a conclusion or conclusive of a theory, idea, or hypothesis. And we put it in books, we put it in, um, papers or summaries, and we make that our history, or we make it some type of information to reflect back on and call it science or call it history or call it whatever, right? But still, most of the information, if it's not or was not dug up out of the ground or found as an artifact, uh, or if we still have pictures that wasn't eliminated or scraped from the internet, or still have some type of books that we can refer back to, is still an accumulation of information and pictures that was taken by other humans, right? But I'm talking about the phenomenons that we still don't have a lot of answers to, and maybe it's not meant for us to have answers to it, or to understand, or to find out. We all know what discernment is. It's really is still your gut instinct, solar plexus. It's ideas. It is the lower abdomen, below your belly button, and it is also associated with your not only your gut instinct, but your fright or flight instinct. Okay. It is also intimate energy or sexual energy. It's part of your creativity. Is knowing the right thing through your subconscious, third eye, and your gut instinct. All accumulation that I really feel is discernment. Okay, so the frequency of discernment supports your ability to view the world and the people let me see, around you from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with comparison and wisdom. Mm. It comes across a little blurry. I hope that maybe you can see that. Let me see. But like it says, the frequency of discernment. So the frequency that's in the air right now that is surrounding us as a collective is telling us through our gut instinct is to use your discernment. Not logical explanation, not information on paperwork, you know, not what the next person says. That includes me. Make your own, use your own discernment. Um, Not what you read in the paper or listened to on the newscast, allegedly. It's all about the discernment that is what? Built up inside of us naturally. Yep. We all have discernment, which is our gut instinct, our third eye, which is very much to me connected to spirituality. Um, but a lot of people, like I said, want concrete evidence because they don't believe or think discernment is real. They don't utilize it. Hey, Michael Stevens, how are you? So, the frequency of the solar plexus chakra, the yellow flower of life, supports your sense of self, your personal power, and your willpower, as well as your knowing of who you are and what your contribution is as a whole. Now, this doesn't really focus very well. So, the frequency of the solar plexus chakra, the yellow flower of life, is surrounding us right now. You got the number 20 and you got the number 3. Passion, just told you that is associated um, as a action. Okay, it starts in the solar plexus and then it can be or will be activated through or by the root chakra. The root chakra is the bottom of the sole of your feet. As we walk, as we run, we activate, right? Our bottom of our feet is connected to earth, to Mother Gaia, um, through the frequency of earth or the ground, right? Connectedness. That's why you do see a lot of people of different cultures walk around without shoes on. Any type of sole, such as rubber or leather or some type of material, is a disconnect on your feet from connecting to earth, right? hmm So that will limit your discernment. That will a lot of time um, curve your creativity, curve your passion, curve your knowledge, curve your action or action oriented. Um, Crave your passion, to even use your discernment. It's a sense of disconnect. Let's get one more. Now, of course, this is going to be different for everybody as it relates to you, and it's good reason for it. We're all different creeds. We're all living in different parts of the world. We're all going through individually different things, not only associated with our environment, our community, our state, our city, our country. So, um, I'm sorry. I was thinking of the sacral chakra, which is your gut instinct. So it came out at the bottom. The solar plexus is your wisdom and your power. It's located next to the heart chakra. So I was thinking of this by looking at the solar. So I guess that's why they put this at the bottom of the deck. Because I surely was This looks very fuzzy. I was thinking of the sacral while looking at the solar. I was channeling the sacral, looking at the solar. So both is here. hmm This and this is the same thing. Okay. Like I just said, if you rewind it back, the passion is located or initiated or lies inside of the sacral, the creativity, the gut instinct, discernment, the passion, the creativity, the passion when it comes to love, intimacy, procreation, or the making of a child or children. Um, oh, sorry. I'm trying to make this clearer. Why is this? Um, it seems very blurry to me. I guess I can't do nothing about it. And I'm using the iPhone tonight, so it looks very blurry. Um, looking on the screen here. But anyway, um, the frequency of the sacral chakra is the orange flower. Then you have the solar plexus with this, which is the yellow. Then we have the passion, which is a combination of the red, orange, and yellow. Then we have a little bit of the blue and the indigo color, which is the third eye of discernment. And then we have the cosmic flower. Okay. Which is the energy of life itself. So the sacral supports your ability to flow with your desires and stimulates or creative power to manifest success and abundance in your life. And that's pretty much everything that I was saying the past 10-12 minutes. Right. This is your geometra shape here. And then the frequency of the cosmic flower, which is this geometric shape. Is a shape that has been found all over the world. hmm So I guess that's why they had me talking about artifacts. You can find it in here, hieroglyphics. You can find it carved in the mountains. In the United States, you can find it in India. You can find it in Canada. You can find it everywhere. hmm Before we were even here, this geometric shape was already carved, drawn out, which is the cosmic flower of life. Um, so the frequency of cosmic flower activates your remembrance of the place you call home, the core from which we pour our magnificent out into the world. Um, Something here is telling us to go with our gut instinct, our own discernment as humans living, as spiritual beings living a human experience. We need to put that first. A lot of us use our human experience first and forget about discernment, our gut instinct, um, our third eye, seeing with our third eye, what we know we see, what we gut instinctively feel and understand, but because we see something with our physical eyes, we dismiss it, we dispute it, we ignore it. We say, oh, that's not true because I read this, I heard this, I seen this. So let me go with that information instead of um, what intuitively I feel, know, and see with my third eye. Now, something here also is this discernment can be individually for you about choosing a right education, choosing a certain job that you're looking or applying for or accepting, getting back into your entrepreneurship, getting back into your hobbies, your skills, skill set that you do, something very passionate that you love to do that maybe you put by the wayside, that you haven't been able to get back to, something that you may also stand very wholeheartedly about, that you're very passionate about. Use your discernment here. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, moving on. Eight of Cups, walking away. Um, ooh, moving on, moving through, being forced to move on or to seek other things, other situations, other communities, another country, another city, town, or home, or making another place your home. Also, manifesting is falling right up under the passion here. Some of you don't know that a lot of you manifest or really activate your sense of manifestation when you are totally very in tune with the mixture of your sacral and your solar. Your solar is, like I said, your wisdom, your power or willpower, your strength. Okay, that sense of wisdom mixed with your gut instinct, creativity, if you're manifesting it, ideas, okay? Also, the passion that lies in between the mixture of the solar and the sacral. That itself is the manifestation. Yes. We got two move cards here, which is 7, 8, 9. Okay, so this has already been a sense of movement or transformation for you individually and for all of us as a collective. Not quite sure if you see it with your third eye, but we are being moved into this next phase, next sense of manifestation, because we do manifest as a collective. Not quite sure if you know that. And we also can manifest as a collective. We just don't do it. We're tuned out, we're tuned apart. We are not like the sense of manifestation as different cultures were in our past life or in the past hundreds or thousands, or even if you want to say millions of years ago. As humans, we're very separated from each other, a sense of division. This is why we don't do what we're supposed to do, which is to manifest as a collective. Because we're all on the same frequency. I'm not quite sure if you know that, but each individual person tunes their own self out uh, when it comes to that. Okay, we were all created, whether you believe that or not. We were all created in and on the same frequency by the ultimate, by the divine frequency. You understand? If you want to say because free will, that because of that free will, we as a collective choose to, let's just say, tune each other out. Okay. So I will be on a different radio station, you'll be on a different radio station. But if we have some type of likeness toward a certain frequency, you may tune in to the same radio station that I tune into, and maybe thousands or millions, some millions of other people may tune into that certain radio station too. Let's just use that as an example. You get what I'm saying? But ultimately, we were created by the divine to be on the same frequency in our manifestation, in our movements, in our thoughts, in our but the only thing that may be differ from a lot of us will be our passions and our creativity. But the wisdom, the power, the gut instinct, the spiritual discernment, all of that is supposed to be on the same frequency. But what makes us different is our passions. Okay, you will have a different creativity or skill set that comes to you naturally, and something else may come to me naturally. Like you may be a masonry, work very good with the building of bricks, the outlines, the creativity of that. That can be something very passionate or something that naturally comes to you. Wood carving. You may be a natural painter, okay, or a sketch artist. I don't necessarily sketch, but I love to use creativity when it comes to designing. That's my passion. But your passion can be naturally you're an artist, where that you know how to draw. hmm You didn't never take any lessons. You used to do it in school and just naturally started sketching and drawing people, drawing different scenarios, etc. And yeah, so all of our passions linked to our creativity is what make us differ from each other, but we're supposed to be or should be on the same frequency spiritually. Now, I'm not talking about religion. Religion is a man-made thing. That's why we have several different genres or category, right? Muslim, uh, Jewish, Catholic, Baptist, all of that stuff is, if you can Google it, okay? Each one of them was started by a human, and then people divided themselves as groups or individually, or what they felt as connectedness as a cosmic flower, that they felt very passionate about, or can be tradition, dogmas, or principles that was passed down from family to family, as we're this race or religion, and this is what we follow as our religious base. You understand? As a human experience. But when we ascend and pass over, all of that doesn't matter. We're back on the same frequency, and religion is not going to have any part in that. You get me? So, as a human, while you're in this realm, we have different religious categories that people want to divide themselves into and have a sense of um, division about it. hmm I mean, you can agree to disagree, but that's what it is. Because when you die, there's no certain religious corridor or path or certain side of the ethers or cosmic flower that you separately go to and I separately go to, because you're Catholic and I'm Baptist, for example. No. But there's that division here. Um, and that's what also breaks up our frequency as universal love. We got healing begins in reverse. Um, I can understand that with all of the tragedy that has occurred, is occurring, and I do feel that it's going to be some more that will be occurring, unfortunately. All right. So we got moving on, emotionally tired, emotionally drained, not getting the best or the most out of a situation that you're dealing with. Can be a specific person, a group of people, um, a company, okay? Your community, your job is going to be different for everybody. But even as a collective, we're tired. We're ready to move on to by we're supposed to, right? Moving on by using our discernment to something else. Because as a collective, is building up the frequency within, to use our discernment, because we're now getting more people are getting emotionally tired and drained. Hmm. See, what's happening is the things that's going on, the frequency is changing and building by us as a collective, through and by our emotions. You understand? So all of our emotions now are on the same frequency. It's on the same frequency, a wave of frequency and vibration, that it can be financially for you, it can be housing, it can be a shortage of food, it can be devastation by what's going on in your particular state, it can be war, it can be anything. But the frequency for us as a collective is that we're all emotionally drained and tired. Um, and that's what the frequency is reading right now. Because it's enough people. You understand? It's enough people that is changing the frequency. It's enough people now that is changing the frequency. And that's how we manifest as one. Because we all are one. But people don't want to believe that. They want to think differ. Um, I didn't choose to have this skin tone. Um, You understand? You may not have chose your particular race or skin tone. Um, you may not have chose to be a male or a female. But this is the body of the shell that my spirit is housing while I'm doing this human experience, while I'm here in this realm. You get me? So the frequency is changing because enough people are emotionally tired. Now, if three people are emotionally tired and everybody else is not, then no, it's not going to change the frequency. Hmm. We can move mountains, literally, by our own change in frequency as a collective. But we've never really gotten to that point to do that because so many people want to stay as a sense of division, can be by race, color, creed, nationality, or religion, because that is what we have been conditioned to be and to do. So, seeking spiritual revelation, peace, zen, um, a sense of connectedness here. Also, this can be still you individually, but it's people here also that is moving on to seek calmness, um, seek spiritual guidance, also to seek discernment, understanding. And then we have the magician with the move card here, trying to really use different resources that can be available, that you individually or us as a collective, as an energy, to figure out what can be done next. How are we going to move together or come together as a change in frequency to move the heart chakra here? Okay. The cosmic flower is the answer, because it still is a lot of healing that will need to be done. You know, What's happening right now is a lot of people are being affected emotionally by seeing other groups of people go through devastation. We all are having individually our own sense of devastation in our own home, whether it's financial, housing, a lack of a job, not really making that money if you do have a job, housing or house mortgage, funds, rent mortgage is skyrocketing, is high. Um, Lack of housing is there. You still got homeless people. We have extra people here now that are undocumented or migrated into our country. If you're watching this in the United States, um, a lot of people are really being moved emotionally right now because of the devastation that has happened between Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, maybe Tennessee, if it did reach Tennessee, and then learning that the funds are gone. Um, there's no money to help these people to move on, to move their life, to start over, manifestation here, to create something out of nothing, to use their creativity ideas on how to survive, but to still um, keep their heart chakra intact. You understand? Without having or getting a level of hatred, keeping that love as a cosmic flower or universal love. But I do know that some things that has been going on that I have been noticing through a spiritual um, messages. By the devastation of North Carolina, it's a lot of things wrapped up in one. Any people in the North Carolina area or that line of devastation that happened by the hurricane has wiped out anybody that, and I mean this, the voting. Any one of those people that may have voted early, that post office may be gone. Those early votes will now not be counted. The ones that have voted already, that can't get counted. The voter themselves can't vote, right? And anybody that may have passed on now because of the hurricane is not a voter anymore. It's coming across allegedly as a controlled voting, um, because it pretty much wiped out a couple of cities and towns. So that part of voting is now eliminated with less than a month to go. Because these areas, especially more up north, getting into North Carolina, these are small towns and cities that were located um, in kind of like the valley, okay, or in between mountains, where that, unless it was a catastrophe, like something that was like quote unquote a Noah's flood, um, that shouldn't have reached all up there. Because remember, I was part of that hurricane too down here in Atlanta, but we didn't get flooding like that. We just got more rain, wind, and it seemed like it came through us, passed by us, and the water kept going. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that parts of Atlanta allegedly did not get flooded. Some of our streets, our towns, and stuff like that, but it was not a type of catastrophe flooding. It seems like the water had a sense of its mind of its own and its direction. Now, that is called nature, but things can be magician manipulated here to move allegedly the way it needs to be conducted to move. Now, this devastation wiped out areas that was very old school. A long time ago, I believe a lot of these towns and cities were old log mills, old lumber mills from what the early 1900s, 1800s, whatever the case may be. Unfortunately, some of these cities and towns were what we call sundown towns. I know because I'm from the South. So if you're from Texas or Nevada, don't come at me because you're not from Georgia, you're not from North Carolina, Tennessee, you're not from the South. I'm born and raised in the South. I know where to go, where not to go, and what area not to go when the sun go down. So don't come to me and tell me because you're a person that live up north trying to tell me about the South. Yes. I just don't understand how there's no money available um and no governmental assistance has been. But you know what this reminds me of? It's giving me Lake Lanier vibes. If you know, you know. But Lake Lanier was created as a man made lake. It used to be a city or town, um, thriving of some of the well thriving African American on their living on their own type of town. And because allegedly something happened to another race and it was determined by the people that was adjacent to that town, um, that an African American person had to do that to that particular race. They wanted to pretty much take out everybody. So that whole city, that whole town, and everybody in it was drowned by the dam that was released into it. And pretty much it's a whole city town up under Lake Lanier. That's not a natural lake. That was a man-made lake. But what happened to North Carolina is giving very much the process of how Lake Lanier was created. It's also giving me, of course, Maui, allegedly Maui vibes. Because I feel that a lot, besides the minerals, right? Cosmic flower here, seek the earth. Um, Besides the minerals that's up underneath the dirt, which is the cosmic flower itself, um, you can hardly move or change small town cities. They don't want to become city people. They don't want to become downtown living. They don't want to become allegedly smart town cities. They don't want to do that. They want to breathe in the country air. They want to live in the mountains. Living in the mountains, like in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee, is kind of like Vegas. What stays in the mountains stays in the mountains, just like Vegas. What's done in Vegas stays in Vegas, right? And you have a lot of people in that part, North Carolina, Tennessee, South Carolina, they don't rarely change. They stay how they are. They continue to live how they are. They continue to do what they do. They continue to do what their ancestors did or done. And they pretty much don't change. So, in order to move them, something has to be manipulated and or done, okay, to move people away, to make them seek elsewhere. Mm. But as most of our world has come to pass, if you want to cover up anything, put it under water, put it up under dirt, put it up under mud. We got the Lover's card, a choice. Some of you are being, seems like you got a lot going on, because some of you, you're needing to make a very discernment choice, or you will. You may have a person that was, either you or them was disgruntled, a fight or argument, a debate, um, a disassociation. You left them, they left you, you broke it off mutually, whatever the case may be. Maybe you decide to move on from it. This can be a current energy for some of you. For some of you, this can be a older energy. Okay. Um, this person is regretting not using more discernment before they decided to move on away from you, and the same thing from you. Now, I'm not saying if you chose to move on from this person, you may have just had some thoughts recently. And that's because, like I told you, Mars is going to be back and forth between Gemini, Cancer, Gemini, Cancer, Gemini, Cancer, direct retrograde, right? For the next 9 months. That's all the way into next year. So things will seem like it's good at one point, then it's going to go retrograde and seems very distraught. Okay. Then things are going to feel like it's okay again. And then retrograde or direct, whatever the case may be, is going to be messed up again. So this is why discernment is coming here. Make sure that you're using that before you seek uh, atonement, reconciliation, to reconnect, or to change your mind with the first discernment that you used on why you moved on in the first place. Now we have, what is that? Two of Wands in reverse. Um, some of you, because I'm talking to a wide range of people that may be part of the devastation occur, that occurred by the floods, but everybody wasn't affected. Okay, but I do have and see the world in reverse. Some people don't know where to turn to next. If you were, of course, I see. Um, you're looking the world card on where to seek, where to settle at next. Um, really trying to come up with some ideas, using your wisdom, trying to figure out where is it a place that you would love to be, to resettle you or resettle your family. Um, some of you may actually have to go back to a lover, or a lover may call and have to come to you if you're in a different state, because they were affected by the devastation here. Of course, it's going to be different for everybody. Um, but again, with the Two of Wands in reverse, on top of the wisdom and power and willpower, somebody is still hasn't made a choice, still not listening to their discernment to come back your way, and or vice versa. Okay. See, I knew the world card was close. I was looking at that world in his hands. The world is in your hands. Hmm. We all know the world card is Saturn. Something here is not finished. Something is not done. Something's not over. Somebody here is not making a choice to seek or to find information to find you, or you're not seeking or trying to find somebody else. Um, maybe you're still thinking about it. So using more of your discernment, listening to it, before you decide to walk away, um, or to move on. Okay. The world, or let me say this, the karma, because, the world does have its own karma too. Please remember that. And us being in the middle as humans, um, living in this world, okay, unfortunately, we're kind of in the middle of it, and we have to, um, be in a way, have to deal with the karma of the world. Now, us as humans does help to create the level or type of karma that we do have to answer for. How we manifest, how we do things, how we create things, how we change or alter things as the magician here to this world, we will have to answer for it. Don't let scientists or whoever else, government allegedly, tell you differ. Okay? The world will fight back by natural phenomenons when us as humans abuse it or alter it, because you are altering the foundation of Gaia here. Okay. When you're digging, and carving, and taking away minerals and adjusting lakes and draining lakes and creating lakes here and altering the flow of the ocean and blase, and you think the world card here in reverse is not going to retaliate at some point of time. It will. Nine of Pentacles. So if this is for a relationship for some of you, bottom of the deck is the Two of Pentacles, um, Three of Cups. So your discernment for some of you is wanting to becoming single, not wanting to reconnect, or reconcile. Um, this is also somebody here closing up a chapter. Okay, closing up a chapter, closing off groups of people, friends, or somebody that you associate with, declining invitations, celebrations. This is also the loss of a loved one, here, and friends and family. Some people here are being left single or widowed here, with the Nine of Pentacles to a Three of Cups in reverse. When they had more chapters, the World card in reverse, um, in their life to complete together. Mm, yeah. Somebody here is seeking for friends and family, looking for them, but emotionally they cannot move on. But they're trying to use their discernment to spiritually, not with regular eyes, but spiritually, to see if they're still here. You can feel the vibration of somebody still with you, even if they're not physically around you. You know, you can spiritually feel if somebody is still here with you or not, even if they're missing. Okay. So this is somebody here that is looking for friend, family, loved one, spouse, child, children, um, that hasn't been located yet. And they're choosing not to give up to look for them. I don't blame you. Okay. Yes, the anchor in reverse. Something that is unstable, whether it's a relationship, not being on very solid ground, something that is not secure. You hear me keep saying willpower, right? What is that word? Willpower. Somebody has taken advantage of the situation here. Um, Somebody is not trying to preserve, um, a area, a relationship, a situation. Because something has been manipulated here, because the magician is here and the world card is in reverse. The swan card, which is like soulmate, the one. See, this is what I was saying about somebody seeking their lover, loved one, a connection, a soul connection, losing faith, a pair. The Nine of Pentacles is a single card. So somebody was a pair, a relationship and or marriage, and they're seeking them out. Two of Wands in reverse. They're doing everything they can in their power to locate or to find their lover spouse relationship. Some of you are will be maybe using your discernment on whether you would like to get back with somebody, but right now, I mean, that can be changing for you in the near future. The key, like I said, when I was talking about smart cities and things like that, you see that word intelligence. Um, Breakout, lock, unlock, helpful. Somebody here needs to think of some type of solution, idea, a genius way to fix this world card in reverse. Somebody very passionate is going to come forward with a solution to be very helpful. They can be Taurus, Virgo. I know who this person is, but I'm not going to say it, but it is a male. It is a male. The Crow. Oh. So it has been a lot of course, we know, a lot of devastation and loss. The Crow is represented by 8th house of Scorpio, which is um, death. Okay. Memory, remembering, mystery. See, that's why I kept saying about the magician. It's a lot of mystery here with the magician coming out. And the crow is signifying this, like I said already before, a new event, a happening, a omen, being very observant. This is why discernment is here. That's going to help you with the insight and clarity that may need you to help you to break out or to break open or to unlock something for you personally in your life that's going on right now. But it's a lot of mystery. Somebody also is very curious about why you're still single, why you're not dating, or is you or are you dating? Okay. It is still some unfinished business here for some of you that were dating somebody, but it could not become stable. Maybe the person was taking advantage of you. They were not being given willpower. They were not giving tenacity or courage to unite or to bring this relationship or dating, okay, together with you. They were totally being the opposite. You know, they act like it, they didn't want to be stable. They didn't want to commit. They were using, I don't want to say too much discernment, but discernment and making other type of choices is two different things. It could have been just sexual for some of you with this older, not older person, maybe it was, but um, the older relationship or person you were dating or interested in. But now that they're being more observant, it's because their discernment is coming in. And now they're getting the key to why it stuff happened. Okay. why you moved on, why you're choosing to stay single. It's because of the frequency and vibration that you're giving off. You just don't want to date. You just don't want to date everybody. You're very smart. You're very intelligent. You're looking for uh, a spiritual, helpful type of relationship, not just sex, fun, rock and roll. Okay. All right. So, like I said, a new design is coming here. Fragile, handle carefully. A new code or a code has been used by a magician here to create a new event. So unfortunately, like I said, it's a new pattern. It's a new pattern that's being developed and a new code that is being developed here. Um and somebody has or hold the key to it. Literally. It's a key to this, that somebody is creating these new events that are being unfolded here. You see the ocean in the back. You see the topsy turvy, the two of pentacles, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like I said, it's going to be another event that will be taking place here. And I'm seeing that it's going to be in the time of Scorpio. And I do Vedic on this channel, not tropical Western astrology. So that's going to be around or about November the 16th. Whatever this is, also, I do see this as a female energy. Somebody may not be celebrating here. If you know, you know. I'm not going to say any names. This may not necessarily be so, because it can be a change or a code that can be allegedly inputted. Okay, but the Three of Cups is in reverse. So somebody may not be necessarily celebrating a win, a celebration, a birthday, however you want to say it. Okay, unless they come up with a very smart, intelligent solution plan and break out with something um, as magical powers or something very mysterious about them, something that they can do very precise and very perfect and handle the situation very carefully. That's the only way that this is going to be a happy occasion for this divine feminine energy here. But it can also be a recount or um how can I say it, a it's like a back and forth. Okay, so I don't know if that's a recount of votes, um but the Two of Pentacles usually represent very, very busy. Okay, that can be you. A lot of you can be becoming very busy, more busy than you used to be. Remember, I told you earlier videos that the sun being in Virgo, again, Vedic Sidereal, didn't I say that we were going to be working more with our hands? What is going on right now? A lot of construction, a lot of debris, a lot of recovering. A lot of people are going back to work. You're working more with your hands right now. A lot of you can be with your own creativity, skill, job set. But I told y'all that when the sun went into Virgo, October the 15th through November the 15th. Um, Hold on. When was Virgo? Yeah, I'm sorry. September the 16th through October the 15th. So just a couple more days, okay, when the sun will leave Virgo and then go to Libra. hmm All right, bottom of the deck, you see that? Like I said, resources, finances, investments, money, income, commerce being affected, multiply, large quantity. So I did earlier, in earlier videos. I can't find which one it was. I looked in my playlist because I said something about import export before the people even went on strike. I said that probably back in August. It was way before September and October. But I couldn't find what video because I said it toward the middle, toward the end of a video, and it wasn't in the title, so I don't know which one it was. But I've been said something about the export import. So things are gonna be very back and forth. We're gonna be juggling between our commerce, um, and resources and money. Okay, some of you may also have to get a second job or some type of skill, something. Okay, to bring in more money or finances for you. It's between two people here I see that has some type of investment into this situation of why the world card is in reverse. And it does have to do not only with money investments, but also dealing with our commerce. But somebody here is about to multiply or get two times the money based on some type of this breakout, okay, or this new code. I don't know what this is, y'all, and I hate to keep y'all on here forever while I try and figure it out, because I know I've been on here almost probably an hour. But the Two of Pentacles is about more turbulent waters or a situation that is coming. Okay, we're about to have a second round, and this second round is going to affect our commerce, resources, and investments. Somebody had a huge investment here. They had the key, or will have the key to this investment, and this commerce, and how the design of this is going to play out. Now, something here needs to be handled very carefully as this is all happening. Now, if y'all start to see a lot of crows around, this is regarding this reading. So always come back, listen to it, use your discernment and your third eye. Listen with your intuition. You can see crows while you're driving down the street. Okay, stuck in 5 o'clock traffic. You can go into a grocery store, a retail store, and you come out and you see a whole bunch of black birds flying by. Think of this reading. You will see, it can even be one crow, it can be one black bird. Some of you will see large groups. Okay, but when you see this, this is around the time that this is going to be taking place. Things are not stable. I'm not going to lie to you. I see it here. That's why we must use our discernment. What is this code? It's a whole new design and pattern. And it's a call hearing from them. Okay, so what's happening also is that this whole situation, this whole design, this whole pattern, detail pattern, is a call from above, not that above, but somebody in the higher ups. You see the safety card in reverse, comfortable in reverse. This is interference in reverse, third party. There's no interference here, unfortunately, allegedly, naturally. This is a call from a precise design with the code input. and it has been uniquely detailed, precisely. hmm Somebody here now has to handle something very fragilely, because a snowflake is very fragile, right? It can land in your hand and then it can dissipate, and then everything that was created, it just melts into your hand, right? Each snowflake, as you know, is uniquely designed. No snowflake is the same, but we mostly see ice. We mostly see ice. I know we do here in Georgia, okay? Maybe in the mountains. Maybe in the mountains you get more of a better form of a full snowflake. But down here in the cities and stuff like that, it mostly come down as water and ice. Now I'm not saying that it's not snow, but we don't get the intricate look and design of a beautiful snowflake. And you have to handle a snowflake very fragilely. Okay. Now I'm feeling that this program design outlay, um is needs to be done very carefully, um because they're about to get work on it. And it's going to be regarding our resources, our finances, investors, money, okay, commerce, multiply. Somebody wants double the money here in order to get to work on this detailed plan without interference. Inspiration music. Okay, so that's tied to the sacral chakra, which I was talking about, which was frequency and vibration. See, remember I said single, not in a relationship. You know, this reading is all over the place. That's because we're all over the place right now. Every bits of the world card in reverse got separate shit going on. You got some places in war. You got some places being stuff dropped on them. Okay, you got some people that has now been devastated and flooded. You got another path of devastation coming, such as the water. Somebody here is gonna get some snow, and it can be in an area that don't get snow. hmm You got some people here that their money, investments, their home, their whole income, their resources is gone. Um, this is also somebody that was juggling you may want to reach out to you and call you, and they know they have to handle that conversation very fragilely. Okay, that's for the people who are single, um because it left them not very comfortable. um their third party, or the person that they were dealing with, for some of you, have left them, or they know now that they don't want any more interference with trying to come back towards you. But like I said, for the single people, you don't want to reconnect. Okay, you don't want to date, you don't want to go out with them. Um, but you may do get a call and hear from them. Um, still don't feel that this person is ready to become stable and understand the meaning of love. Okay, like I said, I'm trying to throw out messages for everybody. Okay, not just one set of people, because everybody is in different circumstances. So I just see it, I say it, you catch it, you go with it. Okay, all right, one more card and I'm gonna wrap this up, because I am actually waiting on a grocery delivery. It was supposed to be here between 7 and 8. That's why I didn't do the YouTube reading, but then it got pushed back to 11 o'clock at night, and that's crazy. Okay, new love in reverse, no renewed hope. So like I said, a lot of you right now, you're more into the you're coming into an understanding of your own cosmic flower. That is what you are, that's what you represent, that's what you want to be. And now somebody else is seeing that in you. They may not use or understand that term, but they just know it's something about you that they can't just put their vibration on it or their finger on it. And you're too busy or will be too busy anyway to entertain this person, but you don't have a sense of renewed hope. Okay, now this will be somebody that you already know, new love in reverse, that will, for some of you, try to reach back out to you, because they feel that you're just perfect for them, but they messed it up the first go round. What is this? Freedom in reverse, not wanting to surrender. Well, that's part of their problem. Um, if you can't surrender to love, then you're gonna be left with ego. So until somebody understand that, they're not going to um, have that type of passionate uh, type of relationship, love relationship they're looking for. They will always have synthetic love. All right, one card from here, which is, oh, look at there, back to basics in reverse. So I really feel that this is what a lot of us are going back to soon. And that can be the detail, code, or plan that's being allegedly um, implemented. So simplify, reduce, and century. So not back to the basics right now. Or we're not going back to the basics. We're being taken into a whole new design and code. Now, this can be by cosmic flower, the universe, quote unquote universe. Okay. Um, and we're going to be very much juggling on trying to keep up with this implemented code or change or pattern. But it's about, or will continue to affect our resources, our money, our income, and our commerce. So I'm already telling you ahead of time. This will begin to affect our commerce and getting it back stable. Okay. Multiply. So if you do have something, I'm advising you to get two. Not everything, but two. Okay. It's a number two here that's involved some type of way. I don't see it as a couple because I'm getting a lot of single cards. So this can be a separation in or breakup or a loss of a person, and somebody's becoming single now unexpectedly. Um, but we are being moved away from the basics and being set or moved into um a new pattern, a new code, a new design. And it's going to come, can be within the next 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. And this whole change to our resources, commerce, can be implemented by the next 2 years. Okay. Let me see. Now we do have Venus that will be in Libra. I believe, and we got any clips. Do we have any clips already? We got something else coming up. See, we got the unfoldment, like I said, Libra energy, lotus flower, Mother Gaia again. But like I said, the veil is being lifted. The veil is being brought down. The fog is being dissipated. Um, and we're about to see this new pattern, the detail, these certain codes that may have allegedly been inputted or will be implemented. And you're going to see discernment, okay? We're going to see now what's behind the veil is about to be unfolded, okay? So let me just leave it there because I know this already been like an hour. Thank y'all so much for the loyal comments and my loyal subscribers and especially my moderators. And I will see y'all in the next one.